Yo, yo, it's your girl N.I.C.E.
What up? It's your boy N.I.C.E. You are watching HeritageHipHop.com.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop, and what we all about is exposing the world to this great Jersey talent. Because no matter where you go, every clique that got big in hip hop had Jersey in it. So introduce yourself to the hip hop world.
Ladies first.
Yo, yo, my name is N.I.C.E. I'm from Woo Making Music.
Alright, what up? My name I.T. repping Crown Table, Jersey all day.
Alright, so let's show the world what's been hidden from them and make them angry so they can buy some of this music and invest in you. Tell me about yourself and what made you want to be a part of the hip hop culture. Let me start with N.I.C.E.
Well, I'm born in North Irvington, you know. I'm the oldest out of 10 kids, you feel me? My mom got 3 other girls and a boy. My father got all boys, I'm his only girl. Growing up, like, music was my life. Like, in my house, that's how we got through everything, you know. We sung, we danced, you know. Laughing is everything, and music is like the soul. So at one point in my life, you know, after high school, you know, me and my best friend, we had a little girl group, and that's how I kind of like got introduced into the rap world, you feel me? And we had a little falling out, but it kind of stuck with me so much because like that's who I was. Like, music, like I breathe music. Like, I can't get through my day without some form of music, whether it's writing or listening to the instrumental. Like, it's who I am. Like, so that's how I got into music. Like, it's just me.
Yeah, music is this very spiritual thing because that's like the pattern of how life was created. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you read the Bible, if you're a Bible believer, you read the Quran, you hear something about the story of creation. It talks about light and darkness, which is part of music, right? Because that's the feeling of beats. It tells you about the waves and the dryness and the firmament and foundations, because that's the order of how life comes to you. It comes in a rhythm. I mean, we even have heartbeats, right? So that's kind of deep. I like that. What about you, I.T.? Tell me about your feelings.
I like what you just said, man. Yo, man, listen, this is how I got into it. When I was like 10 years old, I was in 4th grade. I had a teacher that was obsessed with poetry, and like she used to write poetry herself, and she was teaching us about math, and then she would make us go write a poem about something we learned in math. Teach us something in social studies, and then make us write a poem about something we learned in social studies. She just kept drilling it like all year. And shout out Mrs. Solar Shots, you know what I mean? You already know. But she actually made me realize I had a gift for it at a really young age for just writing and for kind of being in touch with what was going on. And I had a gift for even being able to tell like other people's stories that I didn't really live. I had an ability to communicate it. And I love writing poetry. I started writing it on the side. By the time I turned like 13, I started recording it on a little, you know, bullshit computer mic from CompUSA and shit, and fucking throwing a dress sock over it, trying to make it a pop filter and whatnot, you know what I mean? But started learning to engineer my own shit on, you know, some free programs, and I just wanted to lay down what I was doing, even acapellas. And then I started getting instrumentals from some of my favorite artists' beats. So like, I get shit from like Ludacris. I get shit from like, I loved Cassidy at the time, yo, like Jay, Eminem, like I just used to get my favorite artist beats off YouTube or off LimeWire at the time, try and freestyle on them shits, you know what I mean? And my family really pushed me all throughout the years, so I've been rapping a long time, man. And as of lately, I just quit my job a couple of months ago to go full time with this shit, because I've been doing it my whole life, and I'm fully committed to it in my soul, but now I need to be fully committed to it, you know, out here in this real world so that people can see me. So here I am, you heard me? Like, I.T., I'm here fully 100%. And I'm repping God too, just to put that out there, you feel me? Because I know there's a lot of extra shit going on out there, but I just need to make that clear right up front. Who do I serve? Most High. Let's get it.
Alright, you know what's dope about what you said, coming off of what I said tonight? The 2 major lanes of education is writing and math. And if you really take hip hop serious, the foundation of education is founded in hip hop. the MCs that are respected the most are the ones that take time to write and perfect their pen. And the ones who are very serious and skilled with it are the ones who can count bars and put word placement and breath control in their spit. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question. I'm going to start with N.I.C.E and go to N.I.C.E now. Finding your voice in hip-hop comes with time, dedication, and practice. They say to be a genius, you have to put over 50,000 hours in one specific field. Mm. Where did you find your genius, and how did you know you found it?
It's a great question. I found my genius first of all with the punchline. I fell in love with the punchline from the artists that I was listening to at the time, like I had mentioned, like Ludacris, Cassidy, like Eminem, like real wordplay kings, you know what I mean, Jay. And I started realizing the power of a punchline. I started watching battle raps and started like really seeing the way that this could move an entire situation. It could sway an entire crowd just saying something with power, and that was the power of the word. And so I studied that from some of my favorite artists, and I started realizing that because language arts was one of my best subjects, I really had a lot of good vocabulary at my disposal, and started, you know, seeing the patterns that other artists was using, trying them on, seeing what I like. And it took a lot of trying other shit on for me to find out, okay, this is who I am. And then perfecting the timing, like you said, man, like timing is so important to me. Like that's the cadence and the pocket of the song that just kind of dials in everything and makes it lock in perfect, and your voice becomes an instrument on the song as opposed to just being on top of the song. So, I mean, that's something I really try to do, and I've been working to perfect for sure.
All right, Ms. N.I.C.E, how about you?
I would say I found my genius with listening to what people don't hear. And I'm going to say that because on one of my first projects, I wrote a song, and it's titled Another Girl. You know, my project, Now I Care Equally. You know, that was my first solo project. And if you listen to the song, you can kind of understand what I mean by saying I listen for what people don't hear, because, you know, I'm on beat, you feel me, but I feel like in music it's a lot of undertones, and with undertones they send different vibrations to people, and I'm big on like vibrations and energy and, you know, stuff like that. So that's pretty much where I found my calling to. And it's like with that I figured out how to send a message, and I took that and I just wrote a song that's, you know, coming up on my next project, Amazing. And I took the same thing. It's like I'm listening for what people don't hear, because I want to send it in the vibrations, you know. So that's what I found my genius, I'd say.
You know, it's dope. Eminem was said that he had to learn how not to be so wordy, because it's the bars that you don't say that draw people in.
Right.
And coming off what you said about energy, a real vibrant person can feel passion in music, not only with the voice and how the beat drops, but the harmony that comes between the MC and the music.
Right.
How important is harmony in your music to you, rather than just giving somebody sounds to listen to?
I say harmony play a big part, because without harmony you can't really understand. Like, harmony carries everything. So with me it's like, how do I describe it? That's like communicating without communicating. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on like sending people messages. So with harmony, everything gotta mean something. Like, and without that, it's like you lose the song. You know, I could just listen to a bunch of noise, but if I can't feel it, like, what do it really mean? Like, I know you've seen like the 4. You seen the 4 that come on TV, and you know how Diddy be like, my hair stood up. Like, that's what harmony is. Like, that you gotta feel that deep down to your core. Like, that's what carries everything. So.
What about you, Lexi? How do you feel about harmony and giving people the marriage of music and words, song and rhythm, rather than just beats and percussion?
For sure. This is something that I've more learned to focus on later in my career. At first I was just writing, you know, like you're saying, words with just cadence but no real tune to it, and I realized there was a whole piece of the song I wasn't connecting to really, and so I started writing more harmonies. I got a little piano app on my phone and started trying to find the key of the song that I'm getting on. And once I can identify the key and like a scale that fits on the song on the piano, I can start like kind of figuring out how I could say the rhyme that I just wrote, but now I could hit these notes with the words. Like I don't have to change everything I'm doing. I could just kind of dial it in, and it winds up kind of gluing to the record a little bit more, and it glues to people's minds like twice as much too, because half of the time, like you could hear a song on the radio that don't really have like a main message, but the harmony is just like you're whistling it, and they could be saying something so silly, but it's a catchy ass harmony. That's how powerful it is. So I really started focusing on that more. You're gonna hear it on my new project. It's gonna be dropping in November. Shit called Push That Button. It's all about harmonies, all about dialing that perfect tune up for the song and shit like that. I'm definitely taking it more serious, having more respect for the music right now.